This is Hanging with Hayes, where non-professionals talk about life. What's up, boo?
Nothing.
What did you do today on your layoff?
Not a whole lot.
No? Any plans in the future?
Mm-hmm.
What? Elaborate.
Yeah. Working on the house.
Yeah, like what?
Insulation.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Insulation in the garage?
Yeah.
In the house, wasn't it?
And house.
Yeah. In the attic.
Yep.
Okay, so this episode I wanted to talk about people have sent me messages on TikTok that want advice, and I want both of you to dive in with me, basically, and we'll just have a conversation about it. Obviously, our opinions are just our opinions and what works for us, and it's not a professional opinion, but just kind of give our take on what we would do and what our thoughts are and go from there. So, sound good?
Yeah, I'm ready to get into it.
Okay. All the names are changed. They are not their actual names.
What's her name?
This is Bob.
You'll be back door?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes. Hi, you don't have the first idea of who I am, but I'm a blue collar guy. I travel and I work 60-hour plus weeks. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for your videos and content. I'm currently married and really struggling because she expects me to come home after being gone for 2 to 3 weeks and do everything around the house. Cook, clean, dishes, clothes, everything. Your videos have touched my heart and made me realize and understand how much I truly deserve someone in my life that will be a rock for me when I need them. So I thank you. We've talked about this many times, and I'm told I'm the support and breadwinner of the house. She's supposed to be able to do what she wants and collect my paycheck. And in quotes, it says, "It's very stressful that I'm out of town and she's expected to feed the dogs and make her own meals is what I'm told when I'm out of town." I've explained the situation that we as a couple have made the decision together that I would chase work wherever that might be so we can have a better life together and live comfortably. In return, she's agreed she's willing to take care of the house, cleaning, dogs, all of that. Well, the last time I came home after being gone for 3 weeks, I walked in the door to dishes overflowing. The house was an absolute disaster, and her response was, "I had a lot going on. I work 4 days a week." Mind you, she was out drinking with friends 3 days a week and shopping continuously. Sorry, I know this isn't your fight, but you are a blue-collar wife. You know the struggles of being that wife and also the struggles us as blue-collar men face. I love her to death, but the best way to explain it is she wants the lifestyle and the money of being married to a blue-collar guy. But she believes that she shouldn't have to do anything at home because it's the man's job to provide and take care of everything. She's supposed to be able to just have the benefits of a bougie lifestyle and flaunt her money. She flat out told me that it's not her job to take care of the house while I'm supposedly relaxing and enjoying my free time while I'm on the road. We've been together almost 8 years now, married over 2. She doesn't believe she's wrong. I'll admit my struggle is being alone, but at the same time, it hurts my heart. It honestly, the ring made it worse. She knew she had me and now basically can take half of my shit if I said I wanted a divorce. I have feelings, yes, but I'm told that I have to bottle it up and be a man and go on with life. My heart hurts saying it too. Again, I'm sorry. I know this isn't your fight. I shouldn't put this on you. I just felt I could trust you and you'd understand. I'm trying to get her to go to counseling. I've been going to therapy for a couple of years. When I get a chance to come home, it has helped me tremendously to fight my battles. You seem very incredibly genuine and fight to bring light to the battles us blue-collar men face. People don't want to talk about these things, but it needs to be said, and I appreciate that you see it. I know I'm not in this fight alone, thanks to amazing people like yourself, and I'm not the only one fighting these demons. I left my own driveway, kissed my dogs, and started my drive 4 hours from home to work for an hour, and I felt the stress leave me, and that shouldn't be a thing. The dash of our pickup trucks and the inside of our hard hats are the only things in this entire world that will ever know our entire story. Therapy, friends, and family know a lot, but at the end of the day, we spend a lot of time staring out the windshield. You have my permission to talk about this. You can also make a video about the importance of men realizing therapy is acceptable and important too. Just wanted you to know. Cut that out.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Why do you want me so?
I need you to be honest.
I was honest.
No.
They're happy.
We're not playing
They're
that
happy
game.
together.
No.
They're happy together. Don't cut this shit out. They're happy.
Not.
They're happy.
He's not.
Huh? He signed up for it?
He didn't know she was like that.
Technically, to an extent, this is where I'm also like, bro, like you gotta move because his eyes are open to it, and I've been in sort of that,
Mm-hmm.
but my eyes were closed. Like he sees it, he understands what is going on. Like you're 2 years into the marriage,
You should still be in the honeymoon stage in 2
Yeah.
years.
you need to get the fuck out now.
Yeah, your eyes are always closed for the one. And then when they open,
For 1 year or for like,
just like a relationship, they're closed.
do you think they're always close in every relationship or in his?
Not every relationship. You're gonna have that one bad one.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna give that no fuck attitude.
For the rest of them.
You would hope.
Yeah.
I think he really needs the no fuck attitude for leaving. Because the longer he stays, the more it's gonna hurt
Mm-hmm.
the wallet.
They don't have children either. I also asked that. So that's a good thing. But like, as a female reading this shit, just
Yeah.
girl.
He's happy. She's happy. Yeah.
I think like, okay, if I'm gonna just say this as a devil's advocate, like if he chooses not to leave and she says yes to therapy and like working through it, I think it's insane that they made this agreement together where he would clean house, do laundry, all that. Granted, yeah, she still works, but like he's working that many hours and he's away from home. That's fucked up.
The free time comment is what gets me like.
Yeah.
I mean, being at home, having another job, having a job that you can come home to. When I was living by myself, I didn't get everything done, but I got something done. And dishes, yes, dishes suck. Dishes suck doing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I knew somebody was coming over, first thing I did was I went to my dishes and got my dishes done.
Yep.
That's the one thing I hated people coming into the house and seeing is stagnant dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess just if I were to come home and I was in his position, working who knows how many days, come home and there's dishes there. If anything else isn't done, how I've always said a home's gonna look lived in,
Mm-hmm.
but to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
So like
There's messy and then there's hoarder.
there's we're living here and we're just not taking care of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's sloppy.
without actually seeing,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know if it's just not taking care of shit or also is he nitpicky?
Mm-hmm.
Because we
Mhm.
can't see
Yeah.
what he sees.
Like, what are your standards?
Yeah,
Like, okay, my standards are totally different than a lot of people's standards. Like, you know how I am with my house.
Yeah.
I like it to be clean as shit. Like, I see crumbs on the counter and it bothers me.
Yeah.
But like normal people just brush that off and they're fine with it. So it does make you wonder, but like I said, we're only on one side of the story, but it just like
Some of the way things are worded, like if that is how she puts it and how she looks at it, run.
yeah. That's toxic. That is the reddest flag ever.
But if he's willing to stay and she goes to therapy, I mean, I say therapy for everything, whether
But the other thing is she's not being accountable about it.
she may learn accountability in therapy. That's where I learned
She may
mine.
not. What are you thinking?
Huh? I would say about that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I don't know. Find a lawyer. Sell your shit. Play the long game. Sorry. And fucking peace out. Cut your losses.
Yeah. I just think that's toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm on Zach's page.
I agree.
There ain't nothing else to say.
I mean, if she's not willing to put in the effort to fix it in general, go to therapy, figure out her shit, figure out their shit together, and she's just like, "You're my paycheck, bitch." Like, what?
Yeah.
What was that?
I'm not saying it again. I'm just saying.
Fuck it.
Hey, divorce ain't the end of everything.
No.
And I know I was a huge, like, not divorced person. Like, ride to the very end, die on the hill, sort of thing. But
Mm-hmm.
dying on that hill is not always
Healthy.
healthy.
No.
And
I mean, dying's not healthy either.
true.
Yeah. No, it's not.
But yeah, cutting your losses early and
Before you get deeper into it, because I mean, if they're not both gonna do it together, then
yeah,
marriage is a two-way street.
being lonely ain't always horrible.
The thing is like he's lonely with her,
Yeah,
and that's even scarier than being alone by yourself.
yeah.
It's not healthy at all. It's not.
Well, yeah, it's not healthy, but
She's not giving him companionship. What is she giving him?
I don't know.
Nothing.
More storm.
Than peace.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs peace. But she needs peace too, but like she's being a piece of shit. What did she say?
And all the chaos, there might be peace inside.
He doesn't sound like he's at peace though. Like at all.
Sounds like his piece is on the road working
Yeah.
away from her.
Like saying he kissed his dogs goodbye and he feels more at peace than he does at home. And that's why, like, when I made that video talking about you have to be quiet, and a lot of people say, well, I just sit in my truck when I get home in the driveway. I don't want to come into my house and, like, give that to my wife. And people were all saying, well, Zach's lucky that he could just walk in the house and not have to do that. But it's a different scenario. What?
Regardless how I feel, I'm gonna walk in this fucking door, whether you're here or not.
Well, I know that, but people, that's what people,
Papers, bitch.
well, I know, but people said that, like, they sit in their vehicle to decompress. But you come inside, you are quiet for how long before we really talk about anything?
Mm-hmm.
And like, she's not his piece. I don't know. That's just my thought.
I decompress as soon as I get out the door of work. I sit in my truck in the parking lot at work and watch everybody leave. Or I
Bye.
start my truck.
See ya.
Yeah. I gotta drive to fucking decompress. But as soon as we
You have road rage. So
Maybe that is his beef.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yelling at people.
I don't know.
No, as soon as the fucking boss man says we can leave, I don't give a fuck. That life's behind me. On to the next.
Yeah.
Dirt, I'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
Move dirt. Specialized earth mover engineer or something. What was that one?
Oh my God, I have to.
You don't want to put engineer in there because engineers are dumbasses.
I mean, it's in his job description.
Operator, engineer.
I'm sorry.
I'm not allowed to talk to them anyway.
Oh,
You get in trouble.
Yeah.
we were putting a starter on the truck last night, and Dad was cussing up not cussing up a storm.
In your own dad's way.
Yeah, in my dad's way, he was going off. Why would you put this shield here with this bolt here? I can't even like. If there was an engineer there wouldn't be again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I can't talk to them.
You know, a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Final thoughts
Run,
for the hills.
cut your losses. You've been in it 2 years,
Technically 8.
technically 8. Rip the band-aid off and get it taken care of.
I was just thinking though, you're with somebody that long. Are there no signs at all before you get married that they're like that? Or does this randomly just materialize overnight?
Did they live with each other beforehand?
I think so.
Yeah, Megan has a good point. She said the ring made it worse, so she showed signs ahead of time.
So he literally got married to fix it. Rings don't fix things. What's your final thought?
Stu?
No. No. What's your final thought?
If they're happy, they're happy. I'm happy for them. But if he's not happy, fucking peace out, Girl Scout.
I mean, you tried.
Huh?
He tried.
Yeah.
I mean, what he says, obviously, but
Yep. Hope it works out.
in somebody's favor. Okay. Message number 2. Hi, I just recently started following you because you really have great advice for understanding both men and women and relationships as a whole. It obviously seems like you and your husband really understand each other well and have a great relationship. But my question is, if you were always like that, did you and your husband ever have any rough times when you first started dating? Or times where you maybe felt like giving up but didn't? I was also wondering if you always understood him as well as you do now, or if it took a really long time to learn all the things that you've learned while being with him. I saw that you guys have been together for 11 years, so I'm sure there's a lot of learning and growth happened during that time. Why didn't you give up when you went through such hard times and dealt with things that would have broken most people up? How did you know that sticking through things would be worth it? Were you scared that things would never get better? That's a lot. Yeah, we had rough times. We're humans. You good?
I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's why I said fuck earlier.
It's a lot of words.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had rough times. Rocky for,
What was the first question?
did you and your husband ever have rough times when you first started dating?
Did we have rough times?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah. Before and started.
Huh?
Before and started.
Like the first year. That was pretty
Yeah. Took a minute.
It did. Times where you maybe felt like giving up but didn't. I never felt like giving up. I never had that feeling like this isn't it. I've always felt like you were endgame.
Yeah. Yeah. What I told you off the bat.
What? You gotta say it. You just said it out loud.
Fuck. I'm not here to fucking play games, and if you are, you'll be out the door faster than you can fucking blink or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
that's what you said. Yeah,
And that was like day one.
that was day 0.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I didn't want to play games.
Yeah, and then yeah, you said you felt the same way.
But I never.
But then the first year was very rocky,
Yep.
but you were still there.
Hmm.
So, did I ever think about quitting? No, just for the fact that you were still there.
I never got that feeling like we can't make it through this.
Right, but like, because you were still there. But I didn't feel like you were playing games.
Yeah. I didn't get that vibe either.
Because if you did, like
Bye.
I said,
See you.
you'd be gone.
Right.
I would live alone.
I would live alone.
You said that.
Yeah, probably.
You would.
So it sounds like y'all were living life. Really, life was just happening.
Yeah.
Yes. It wasn't even just life. It was just stupid shit from my past that
Hold on, camera just said goodbye. All right, we're back up with the camera.
what the fuck
It disconnected.
connected. It wasn't even just like life. It was stupid shit from my past and like past relationships and the guy I was dating and the guy that I was dating before, and it was just a lot. It was so bad.
We'll put it in a very simple terms of there was baggage from other things that needed to be worked out to move.
That bag needed to be left at the airport and burned.
So year 2 was a lot easier than year 1.
Yeah. Eh, year 3.
Year 3.
2.5, 3.
Yeah.
All right. So at about year 3, you
Yeah,
guys.
because year 2 was something else. Well, no. Year 2 wasn't that bad.
What was year 2?
Yeah, year 2 wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I don't remember year 2, but
That's why. Because it was chill.
About year 2 is about when you guys started settling into a couple routine.
Yeah.
Say.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I moved in like
Yeah.
2 months in. When?
It was longer than that.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it was.
June, July. I moved in July.
You sure?
4th of July, I was living at your house. Remember? Because you and Nicole had to bring me in because I was drunk on Jello shots at Glenn's party, and it was the 4th of July.
Yeah, that'd be one night.
I spent the whole night there, all the nights.
What was that?
All the nights.
So, yeah. Year 1 sucked
Yes.
very much. So,
Mm-hmm.
year 2.
Let's just say that the police were involved with both of my ex-boyfriends. Yeah. Lots of trauma. So fun. So much trauma. Lovely. Anyways, next question. I was also wondering if you always understood him as well as you do now, or if it took a really long time to learn all the things that you learned while being with him. I absolutely did not understand him as well as I do now. I feel like last like 5 or 6 years, I've really gotten to the point where I feel like I know you really, really, really well.
Do you?
I think so. Do you not think so?
Yeah.
Does she know your underwear size?
I don't think she cares to know that.
Why not?
No, I was thinking something different.
What? What?
Like saying like you don't care what size they are.
Oh no, I'm just saying like kids, you just go out and buy your underwear and socks and stuff.
Probably.
Well then,
That's how I know him. That's it.
No, I'm just saying, like that's a good indicator. Like, yeah, I got a cheat sheet
I guess
in
you
my
do.
phone. It of her shoe size, of what she likes to eat from certain places, because it's not ingrained in my head yet. We're new.
What do I eat at Chili's?
Chili's?
Yeah.
We don't have a Chili's no more, so we don't eat nothing there no more.
What did we eat when we went there?
Chips and salsa.
And
You get that fucking I want to say it was tuna, but
Yep.
was it?
it was tilapia, but yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
you're right. See? And how many years has it been since we've been at Chili's? You know me. Mm-hmm.
I really think it's the small things.
Mm-hmm. It is. Do you think you understand me that well?
Yeah. I think I do.
I think you do too. Like a lot.
Yeah. They're pretty easy.
That's nice. I'm pretty predictable. I do the same shit all the
Yeah.
time. Why didn't you give up when you went through such hard times and dealt with things that would have broken most people up? I said I knew like a month in that I was going to marry you. And I knew that, I mean, me personally, I thought that I was going to marry you. Not like next week or anything, but like I knew that you were endgame for me and I didn't want to give up. And like I saw how my parents went through things, my grandparents, your parents, like everybody in the family. And you think about how everybody in the family has very long-term marriages. Like Papa and Grandma were together 62 years before Pap died. So it's like I don't give up easily, and I really felt like you were very ingrained already in my life. I didn't want to give that up, and I felt like I saw a future with you. That's my opinion on that.
Why didn't we break up?
Why didn't you give up?
I don't know. I guess, like I said earlier, told you don't play games or you'd be out the door.
That's not that.
No, but like you weren't playing games. Like you were just there. Not necessarily like the way you are now, but like you were still always there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Effort.
Yeah.
The effort was there.
And it don't take much.
No.
No. At least for me.
You're pretty simple.
Stop fucking thinking about things and just enjoy it. Whatever you have.
Yeah.
And get rid of your fucking phones.
Spend time together.
Unless you're on TikTok and you're following her. Then you're fucking making everything whatever.
I love the plug, Zach.
Oh my
Beautiful.
How did you know that sticking through things would be worth it?
Fucking you didn't.
Huh?
Like sticking through it?
Yeah.
You don't fucking.
No, you don't know, but you have faith that it's going to be okay.
Huh?
I had faith it was going to be okay.
Yeah. Faith, whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope.
And you got to trust that other person and hope for the best.
Yeah. But you gotta trust yourself before you can trust somebody else.
That part. Yep. Were you scared that things would never get better? No, I never had that feeling. You can answer differently. It's fine.
I know, I'm just thinking about like, what was the question?
Were you scared that things would never get better?
Are you scared that things will never get better? I guess when you start pretty low,
It's only up from
it can really only go up, but it can't go back down. It's like the fucking stock market. But over the years, the stock market grows.
there. True.
So,
Sure. I mean, I always think of it as like you water your grass, it'll get greener.
I guess in the stock market. No. Well, I'm just saying, like in the stock market way, like the compounding effect.
The longer you're in it, the better.
Right. I mean, like,
Whether the highs, I mean, you
right.
have a low, but
You're gonna have your lows, but as long as you put, say, $5 into it every week or whatever the fuck you can over the years, it's just gonna keep on growing and growing and growing.
which is effort
Right.
and love and trust and time and all of that combined.
Right.
Combined.
So,
so what we're saying is it's not always going to be pretty.
No, it's not. It's still not. And we have disagreements and we don't always see eye to eye, and
mhm.
that's fine. We still actively choose to be together and work on shit together. And yeah,
Yeah.
relationships, no matter how pretty they look on the internet, are no. You got to work at that shit.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, all of our advice is just what works for us and doesn't necessarily work for other people.
It won't work for other people, probably.
Probably not. But people still ask.
I think one of the biggest things like that I want to throw out is love is not a feeling. It's a choice. There's a euphoria to the honeymoon stage.
Mhm.
You're this, you're this, you're that. But at some point, that euphoria of "ooh, this is all new" is gonna go away.
Mhm.
And then you have to wake up every day and choose that person.
Shiny object is no longer shiny.
Because once you're with somebody long enough, everybody has flaws.
Yeah.
So, those, especially when you move in with somebody.
I also think like the flaws thing is so many people nitpick on the smallest shit that just like, oh my God, you can't get mad at that. Like,
What do you consider new? This motherfucker ain't listening.
What do I consider new?
Yeah. Like over time new?
Yeah, what I'm talking about is that phase where like the first, I'll just use mine, like we celebrated a year. And I still get that this is my girlfriend, da da da, and I like sharing it. But at some point, everybody knows you're dating, and it's not that I get to introduce you to Megan for the first time. You've seen Megan before. She's with me, and that feeling of, oh, I can't wait to see her. You may have had a bad day, and it's like, oh, we had a rough one. So it might not quite hit as hard as in the very beginning, but when I walk in that house, I'm gonna look at her and I'm clear the slate and go, this is the person who I chose to be with. We're gonna make a good day and we're gonna make the best of it. Because not everything's gonna be hunky dory all the time, but
mhm.
I'm gonna look at her and go, hey, this is the woman I choose to be with.
So every day is new to the relationship?
Hmm.
Every day is, yeah,
Mm.
Or every second, like whatever.
every day.
So like what you just said, like, yeah, the shiny has worn off or whatever. But then on like in my head, I still get that feeling of like Zach is my husband. Like I get that like, woo!
What was that?
I'm not doing that again. But you get what I mean. Like it's so I get emotional as fuck when I talk about that. I'm not looking at you because I'll cry. But like I think the new and shiny is not new and shiny. It's just an aura about it now that is just there's like your little tiny flame that you start with one match, and now it's like this burning ember of a fire that is so hot and dark and blue underneath that it would take a lot to put it out.
I very like that.
And that's how I view my marriage. And that's when people say, well, how long does the honeymoon stage last? I still think I'm in my honeymoon stage, personally.
So could we possibly say then not only do you have to wake up every day and choose to love the person who's next to you, like wake up every day and choose I'm still honeymooning. Like if you get that mindset of
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the honeymoon
think
to
so.
end, then
I don't see why not.
yeah.
You get to wake up next to that person instead of you have to wake up.
See, and that was like, good point. I had a video talking about it was a rain day, and I didn't even realize I said it. But someone said, oh my God, do you notice that she said, I get to spend time with my husband? It wasn't, I have to spend time.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize I did that. And 5 or 6 people picked that out. They're like, she's choosing to find joy in something so small
Yeah.
and saying, I get to do this. I get to see this man. And it is a privilege because that's like a little Christmas day in July.
See, now that's how I feel about bowling with her. Like she is as good of a bowler as I am, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But I get to have a partner guaranteed. You know, when I go to the bowling alley with my matching shirts with her, and people look at us and go, "Oh shit, a power couple just walked in." You know, that to me, I have pride in her. And to know that when we step out onto the lanes, like she can read me, I can read her, and the whole time, even if she's talking shit to me and telling me you need to do better,
Mm-hmm.
it's in a loving way, and I know she's saying it as in, "Come on, man," you know,
Right.
and it's fun. No matter how competitive we do get, we are competitive with each other too.
Mhm.
And that's
I think that's a
started.
healthy thing too, is being competitive in your own relationship in that way.
And you know, a part of me is like, I think that's how I feel, kind of like with your rain day. Like I get to, I
Mhm.
get to bowl with her, and it doesn't happen all the time.
What do you got to say? You got a lot going on up there. I see it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you want me to not look at you?
No. I'm just trying to remember things.
Like what?
What was your comment about shiny and dull things?
Like it's not super shiny and bright and new, and now it's like a little match, or it was a little match, and now it's a big fire that would take a lot to put out.
Dull, shiny, for fire.
Foundation.
Right. So when it comes to like shiny, say it does dull.
Are you in this camera?
I don't know.
He is.
Okay.
But anyways, so say shiny and then dolls. Because nothing stays shiny forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does the value still stay the same?
I think it gets more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how would you say that?
Okay, think about like
Antique.
antiques and vintage jewelry that grandma has, and
So you're just saying the value of it.
you
gets-
just said that. The value. Does the value stay the same? And I think it gets more expensive.
Put more work into it. Like
Okay.
You put a little oil on it, you shine it up.
Like,
But let's just say the honeymoon is the shiny.
right.
But necessarily, like, say the relationship gets into a certain routine,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the dull part.
But is it dull?
Huh?
Is it dull?
I think it's the mindset of the people in the relationship.
Yeah. Because to me, I love the random Tuesdays that I'm making spaghetti and you're coming in the door and you're excited to see me and you give me a hug.
Honestly, I would say doll. Like the shiny, obviously, it'd probably be like the first few years fucking building, say, your empire, or whatever the fuck you want to say.
Mhm.
But I would say we're in a doll state, almost in a sense now.
I heard something. We're in a dull state now.
Almost in a sense.
Why?
Just because you said the value of it went up X amount.
I don't think it's dull. I don't think the word dull. I think it's just worn.
I think it's dull, but we remember it as shiny.
The mentality of
Mhm.
it's still shiny.
Yeah, it's still fucking glistening in the light.
So because builders, let's take this because I like to talk foundation.
I don't build things, I bury things.
Yes.
What they don't see, they don't know.
In therapy wise, we talk about building your foundation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you guys have built your foundation. You've had your first, second, third level. Those parts you're no longer working on, so they look sturdy, solid.
Yeah.
And your new sections of your empire house are being built right now. So I mean, you could technically say those are the new and shiny parts.
True.
And then when you look back at what you've made, you can't remember everything, but you can still see it. You know what you put the work into it. You built a solid foundation, and you can pick out parts that are, you go, this was a honeymoon. This is, this was a great memory. This and that, and
Mhm.
that helps solidify the foundation even more.
Every new stage can be shiny.
Yeah, every new stage can be shiny.
Mm-hmm. Every new adventure is shiny.
Yeah, because it's new.
Mm-hmm. But it's with you. It could literally be a trip to Lowe's and it'll be fucking exciting.
Right, I get that, but I'm saying it's new.
Yeah.
I can't help but think of every year as a part of the house now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the first year is your very first foundation, and like, how many years does it take to truly build that foundation? Because it's going to be different for each couple. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know some couples who got married within 3-4 months because they sat down and got to work on
Mm-hmm.
foundation. But I mean,
Everybody's different.
everybody's different.
Yep.
This is why we're not professionals.
Mm-hmm. We're just talking shit. Mm-hmm. You good?
I mean, what else you want to talk
That
about?
was good. That's solid.
I don't remember what else you said.
Foundations are solid.
No, I meant this podcast.
I don't know what else you said after that.
That's all I said. Or after what?
After the flame never goes up.
That was another base thing. Your base is so like
It's like a foundation.
No, I know she said flame, but I don't know what was said. I can't remember what was said after that. There was something else said.
I think that was it.
because we went into other things.
Mm-hmm.
What were the other things?
Bowling.
Bowling and the shiny. We were stuck on the shiny and dull.
Yeah.
We went from the fire to, well, what about the dull?
And then we went to
What
foundation.
value is the dull? And then we were trying to figure out the value of the dull. And we decided, we kind of were like, well, it's not kind of dull. It's,
I don't think it's dull. Like the
No,
word
yeah.
dull isn't. I don't think I would
It's representative.
describe that as our marriage. Like that's just what my opinion is.
dull is the wrong word.
It is the wrong word.
It's my word.
It's not a good
Weather.
word.
Huh?
That's kind of
Weather?
the one that came to my mind too.
We're like a rocking chair,
Yeah.
a weathered rocking chair.
Hmm.
I mean, you got a better representation?
No. Give me a minute.
What are you doing, Miss Piggy?
So, do you let the shiny take over you? Like, let it consume you?
No,
No?
no. What do you mean?
No, I'm just.
Right.
Like,
Focus on the honeymoon
You see
stage. like-
everything.
No, I was just thinking of, like, the shiny.
no. You're shaking the microphone. I just want you to know that.
Sorry.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I got to deal with it.
I know. That's why I'm telling you.
Now I'm thinking of Moana.
I never watched it.
Don't start.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. There's lots of things I haven't seen.
I hear that. So what?
Have you seen Moana? Okay.
What? Answer the question.
I did.
Does the shiny consume you?
No. I don't get in my head like thinking like, oh, well, it started out like this and it could be like that. I am like, I love where we're at personally. I like it. Whatever we are, not the shiny, not the dull, we're in that little blue area. I like that spot. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, you answer your own question.
Do I let the shiny consume me?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Why?
Where were you going with that thought?
No, I don't let the shiny consume me.
Right.
No. Like, I got rid of social media because I'm not a fan of that. I don't need to post what we're doing, what we bought, this and fucking that. I don't need to fucking give somebody a thumbs up or a love fucking deal. Don't need to do that. Don't need to basically show off.
So does it make you feel weird that I'm on social media?
Not necessarily because that's more of your personality.
Right. That's
But
true.
I also don't need a side by side. I don't need a camper. I don't need whatever. I don't necessarily need that. I want it, but I don't need it.
Right. You're happy
What
with
I
you
have, what I have now is good enough for me. I'm not out there trying to fucking make millions. I'm not trying to fucking get somebody a fucking stupid scam on the internet. I'm not trying to do whatever. I'm not going out buying a $5,000 watch just to say I have a $5,000 watch. When in reality, I got $5 in my fucking bank account.
You don't. Yeah.
I don't have shit.
Yeah, you do.
Right, but I'm just saying in general, I don't have shit.
Right.
But I have everything I possibly need.
We're rich in different ways.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You can be rich with things or you can be rich with your person.
Well, I'm gonna cry.
I think that's the mic drop right there.
Yeah. Is he crying? Okay. I won't look at you.
Well, you want to call it here? So
Yeah.
I'd like to sign off.
Yep. Good job, Boo. I think that was a really good podcast. Right, Kev?
Yeah.
Yep. And thank you to our sponsor, Sister Lakes Gym. And I think that's a wrap.